and welcome to another episode of Ginger Force Apocalypse, the podcast. I'm Britt Rochelle.
I'm Muffin.
And it's been another week in gaming. Things are a little dry in the news week, but I did find some interesting stories, fun updates, some thought provokers. But as always, I want to know what Muffin Sincere has been doing in his gaming week.
Fuck all.
Fuck all.
I played a little bit of Destiny and I played a little bit of AI Limit. I guess I'm doing the New Game Plus on AI Limit. So that's interesting. Yeah, that's about it. Haven't really done much.
Solid. How's your Valentine's Day?
It was all right. I mean, I worked, so
Tracks. I was
didn't really get to do much.
Yeah, I was editing most of the morning, and then I did my stream, which was Date Everything. And man, that game is as stupid as it sounds, as stupid as it looks, and the best part about it is the game knows it. Like, some of the chat options are... It's a pretty funny game. The whole, I can never talk. I learned a new term. I think I'm gonna fuck it up, but it's like Gajinka is the word for personifying inanimate objects, which is the whole point of Date Everything. You get your date viators, as they're called, and everything, including the glasses, become dateable. Now I will say I got my computer to hate me, which is hilarious. Exactly. My computer hates me. I'm friends with both the door and the, what's the other one? Oh, my console. And my, I'm trying to get this rubber duck to hate me. Because it's just kind of really annoying. She's like a leather bondage latex kind of character, but she's still fully yellow skinned, still kind of looks like a rubber duck. And she's got the most obnoxious personality. Literally the definition of, everything's so lame, it's a good thing, all I care about is fighting and fucking all the time, And it's so annoying. So I'm trying to get her to hate me, but here's the problem. I keep selecting all of the negative speech options, even though she even tried to get, like, they opened the window for a little vulnerability. Like, she's like, she looks forlorn and, like, she's lost. The mask has slipped. She's, clearly upset about something. And I had the option to ask her what's wrong, just kind of play it off, or, hey, you done being a bitch or what, pretty much. And actually I picked the third option, the meanest option on there. And mask back on, she starts acting obnoxious again. But the fact that I had that option, I fear she's into it. So I think this journey to love journey to hate might actually be a journey to friendship, or even worse, love.
Interesting.
I want the food in the freezer to love me, though. And the mini bar. Oh yeah, the only thing I've gotten lucky with is the fun toy in my bedside drawer, which, yes, is dateable. Go figure. Let's see, what else? Friday, I got Fortnite, not much to report on Fortnite. I missed out on a skin I didn't want to pay money for. Whoop-de-doo. Got some Victory Royales and Blitz.
Nobody cares about Fortnite anyways.
Exactly. It's not like it's one of... Anyways. Monday, I didn't game. Tuesday, My Friendly Neighborhood. Oh my god, I got to an amazing part in My Friendly Neighborhood. So, the whole point of that, I think as I've said, and as many people may already know, My Friendly Neighborhood is basically, what if Sesame Street tried to kill you? That's it. That's the concept. And there's a giant boss battle that I don't It was really annoying. I didn't love it. But the amazing part I got to was, so a lot of these doors are locked, and you can only unlock them with keys with specific shapes on them. And so to get the diamond key, I had to win this silly little board game against one of the puppets who's like passed out on the table, right? But first I had to go find the game piece. So I find the other game piece, I come back, the rules are right next to the board. I'm playing the game, and if you don't follow the rules, or if you lose, you get bitch slapped by the puppet.
I bitch slapped the puppet.
I tried. The game's not as interactive as I'd like, which is one of my little complaints about it, but hear me out. There's a part when you land on a certain space, you're supposed to draw a card and then play it, as opposed to playing, whatever's in your hand. And so I messed that up. I, missed that rule. So I try to play a card, and the puppet wakes up and is like, "You're not supposed to do that!" And you like lose health over it too. And if you lose, he goes, "I win!" Same thing. And I'm like, that's just so unhinged, and I love it so much. See, I didn't get to play WoW yesterday, and I don't get to play Destiny tonight. But gaming will resume on Friday and Saturday, so...
you could just skip whatever you need to do and just play, tonight.
I'd love to, but much like you can't, skip out on work to game at the car shop, I really do have to film tonight, so I can't skip work. So I got you next week.
Do you? Because I don't think you do. How about that?
I think my heart is shattered. Shattered.
I don't think it is.
Hi, Darkstrike. Welcome in. I'll tell you later, Matt. It's not a big deal. Just work conversations and whatnot. Yep. All right. Have fun with your phone call. We're going to get into the news. Is this the one I wanted to start with? I guess it's the one we're starting with today. So, the PlayStation's State of Play happened, and apparently a new record has been set. The most recent State of Play event, which took place on February 12th, so, that was almost a week ago, it has become a record-breaking event for PlayStation. February 2026's jam-packed State of Play went on for well over an hour, giving PlayStation fans updates on some upcoming exclusives, a look at brand new titles, and much more. Now it's been revealed that the event was the most watched State of Play ever, surpassing 3.2 million views, and comfortably overtaking the previous record by more than 200,000 views. PlayStation kicked off last week with the announcement that a new State of Play event would be taking place on February 12th, blah, 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 blah. We already know that happened. Alright, so the record it's set is with viewership, it looks like. As spotted by Push Square, the latest State of Play has become PlayStation's most watched ever, with over 3.2 million views on its main live stream. This doesn't take into account any co-streams, which are usually in alternative languages, but the main YouTube live stream now has more than 200,000 views more than the previous record holder, which was June 2025 State of Play. While it's an impressive record for PlayStation, the company's State of Play event still haven't managed to overtake the popularity of the PlayStation showcases. While similar to State of Play events, a showcase usually has much bigger reveals and announcements, which is why the biggest one has nearly 5 million views. With State of Play events only getting bigger and bigger, it looks like PlayStation could be done hosting showcases. The last PlayStation showcase was back in 2023, which saw the reveal of Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater, new PlayStation accessories such as the Portal, and more. Many were left disappointed by the showcase, but the same can't be said for the February 2026 State of Play. Sony kicked things off with the first trailer for Kena, Scars of Kazmora, a sequel to the 2021 hit Bridge of Spirits. The next 60-plus minutes then consisted of updates for upcoming titles such as Saros and Marathon, as well as a worldwide reveal of brand new titles including Project Windless, an untitled John Wick game from Saber Interactive, and God of War Sons of Sparta, which is a new 2D platforming game available on PlayStation 5 right now. The show was closed with a huge announcement from Santa Monica Studios confirming the remake of the original God of War trilogy now being in development. However, there were plenty of other titles fans were hoping to see that didn't make an appearance. The obvious no-show is Marvel's Wolverine, for which many were hoping to see a new trailer, given its current fall 2026 release window. There are also rumors that a PS5 version of Starfield is imminent, but insiders claim that an official announcement will be made next month during a dedicated Bethesda showcase. Yeah, in terms of titles we all wanted to see, one of my favorite memes that I saw leading up to this showcase was all of us getting our clown makeup ready for when they don't announce any news about Kingdom Hearts. Because for the last, 3 years, people have been like, what's going on with Kingdom Hearts 4? And they go, it's happening! It's in development! It is on track! Great, what's happening? The game! Thanks! Yeah, I can wait. Okay. I've still got, I should, knock on wood. Ow. I hurt my knuckle, I don't know on what. But I should either this Saturday or next Saturday be beating Chain of Memories. And then I just have a couple cutscene compilations to watch, and then I can finally play Kingdom Hearts 3. So I've got time! But given that timeline, so Chain of Memories is the last Kingdom Hearts game I technically have to play, because I have recoded for the DS, and I might finish it, but it's literally just Kingdom Hearts 1 again, but there's bugs this time. And the other, Dream Drop Distance, I don't have. And 358 over 2 days is not available on, it's the cutscene compilation, so that's that on that. But given that timeline, I'll be able to wrap up the precursors to Kingdom Hearts 3 in like a month on the long end, and then beat Kingdom Hearts 3, and hang on, let me do some math, because it averages me about 40 hours to beat these games. Alright. So, it averages, 40 hours for me to beat that game. On average, I play Kingdom Hearts around 4 hours a day, once a week. So, it'll take me about, didn't need a calculator for that, about 10 weeks for me to beat the game. Only playing.
It's going to take you a lot longer.
So let's, on the long end, say it's going to take me 3 months to beat the game. Maybe 4.
Longer.
Oh, come on! I said 40 hours, man! 40 hours! Well, hang on. Let's look at how long... I'm going to put our faces back. This has nothing to do with God of War. Let me figure out how long to beat Kingdom Hearts 3. I've been pretty aggressively average on my Kingdom Hearts playtime on Proud Mode. Thank you very much. Okay, so you gotta remember, I don't always go for completionist status like you do, Muffin. The main story, according...
I don't go for completionist either. Completionist just happens.
So the main story, they approximate 29 to 30 hours to complete the main story, depending on playstyle and exploration. The main story and extras are around 41 hours if you include side quests, minigames, and most collectibles. So for me, let's be generous and say like 50 hours. If you want to do completionist, 100%, it'll take around 65 hours. That includes all hidden content, challenges, and post-game activities. Oh, there's also a Remind DLC, which gives about 4 to 5 hours of additional playtime, with the full experience potentially extending to 19 hours for completionists.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So with the Remind DLC, which I forgot even existed, so now I gotta make sure I have that. Because I know I have Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't know that I have the DLC. But that's like 80 hours of gameplay.
Ow.
That game is absolutely ridiculous. Anywho, back to the news. That little aside. So you've seen The Truman Show, right? You've seen that movie?
No.
What? Okay, how have you not seen The Truman Show? It's been out for like 30 years.
Same reason I haven't seen Alien.
That's been out for over... Jesus Christ. Like, what? I can't do math today for some reason. Over 50 years now. 1976, I think, is when that one came out. Yeah, 50 years. Holy shit. Anyway, so The Truman Show is a movie, obviously, starring Jim Carrey, no Sims characters included. But the plot of the movie follows Truman, who from birth had his life recorded and broadcast as like the most riveting reality TV show. Except it wasn't like other reality TV show that was scripted. It was, at least to him, real. Because he had no idea he was on a TV show. And that's where, like, kind of psychotic part of it comes in. Off the get, there's really no part where it seems normal. Everyone around him is an actor. Like, he's on this little island, and yeah, there are some story beats they have to, that they kind of influence around him, but he's not aware of any of it. He thinks these are just conversations he has every day with people. And, you know, sometimes it gets a little awkward when they're like, you know, Truman, I'm really glad we had this conversation on our Nokia phones. Nokia's the future of technology. Or, you know, they'll just little be ad breaks because you got to pay for the show. But the point is, he's in a reality show and he doesn't know it, which makes it more real. And people keep trying to tell him, but the production team is just so on top of it. Like, it got to the point, and there's actually an interesting plot point in the movie where he has this, like, heart of exploration. He wants to go out on the ocean, but if he leaves the island, then he'll very quickly find out that his life has been staged for him this whole time. And again, he's like a 30-year-old man. So they had to find these creative ways to keep him on the island. One of those is his dad finally taking him out on the boat. He's going to learn how to sail. And then a storm hits, and it's just a horrible catastrophe. Dad's lost at sea, thus implanting, you know, a phobia of the ocean. And even his dad tries to come back and tell him, it's not real! Go out, live your life! And everyone's like, shut the fuck up, and drags him away. It's actually a pretty nutty movie, and I really like it. Hence why I'm actually kind of bummed about this new game that was like The Sims meets The Truman Show that we will now never get to play. And let's find out why. Are you still playing Dissidia?
I updated the cheat menu, so now I have 196 cheats on the game.
I heard the
I
music.
wanted to see what I can do.
Anyways, Jake Solomon is a story developer who worked on games like Civ 3, Civ Revolution, XCOM Enemy Unknown, and XCOM 2. I love XCOM. I'm not good at them, and I've only watched other people play them, but they're fun games.
I've never played it.
Yeah, you might like XCOM, I don't know. Following the release of Marvel's Midnight Suns, a great Marvel game that is severely underrated, according to this author, Solomon left Firaxis to chase a new dream. That new dream has been described as life simulation game combining The Sims and The Truman Show, but despite Solomon showing it off, no one's ever going to get to play it. The reality is that the game is undergoing a tight squeeze. Talent like Jake Solomon should be able to explore and design the games they truly want, but the development jobs are severely dwindling, as are major development studios. For example, GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 are darlings of this industry, and a former Rockstar dev who worked on both is reportedly unable to find work. Solomon has founded a new studio to work on this dream life sim game, but unfortunately it's shutting down. In a heartfelt post on Twitter, Solomon explained that his new studio, Midsummer Studios, is closing its doors. He obviously is proud of the work in building the studio, as well as the work in his dream game. He described it as the game we poured our hearts into. The game, titled Burbank, would have been a combination of Life Sims and The Truman Show with a dose of something special. As Solomon explained, I believe people are storytellers, and I want them to share whatever stories and characters they can dream up. Burbank lets you do that. We have moments playing the game where characters come alive in a way we've never experienced, and for an old game developer like me, that's special. Solomon does not get into the financial reasons that Midsummer Studios is shutting down. In Burbank, players would have been able to create a plethora of TV shows that are similar to The Truman Show in essence. In the latter, Truman Burbank... Oh, I forgot his last name was Burbank. That's a nice little nod. Truman Burbank is unaware that his entire life is a massive reality TV show where all of his friends and family are actors keeping the illusion going. Players would have been able to create life sitcoms, police shows, sci-fi shows, career shows, something like medical dramas like House, perhaps, and make characters interact with each other for romance, drama, plot, or whatever players desired. Players could customize their main character as well as their supporting cast, creating backstories and plots utilized by the Life Sim game. They'd create episodes, develop cast abilities, and push this new life sim in a direction that no other life sim has yet achieved. But it seems that Burbank is still one of many games that will never be made. That's the cost of the ongoing struggles in this industry. Fantastic game ideas will never come to fruition, and that comes at the deeper cost of a developer's dreams and financial stability. What's worse is that Solomon had the pull to show off the game at his studio as his studio closed its doors. Meanwhile, developers the world over can't even include their broken dreams on a job application for several unfortunate reasons. That is pretty depressing. I'm going to open up this list. Maybe we'll go over that in the next episode. But I have to wonder, they could, maybe I'm thinking it from a marketing standpoint, probably because I've been taking a marketing class and watching a lot of Emily in Paris. Great show, by the way, actually, better than I gave it credit for. But there's a way they could spin this. They could put out a campaign, #SaveBurbank. That might still work. And if they can get enough like big names to talk about it and for it to gain traction, they could do the good old-fashioned GoFundMe or Kickstarter and just release the game anyways if it's already been made. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they won't do that, Brittany. Come on now.
They could. Hire me as your marketing maybe not your exec, but I can be a marketing person.
Nah, they won't even do that.
They won't even hire me. I know.
You're too preppy.
What's wrong with being preppy?
Everything. Everything.
I'll ask you to elaborate on that later. I'm preppy, and so is my puppy. Sorry, buddy. I'm putting you back down now. He's like, Mommy, let me sleep. I know I don't let you sleep, but let me sleep. All right, so YouTube went down a couple of days ago, which I thought was an interesting development. I know I had a friend who was trying to watch YouTube on his phone, and it literally like blocked his access because of some kind of account issue. Like, oh, you violated this, da-da-da-da-da, and he's like, I don't post or comment or do anything but watch the videos, but sure, that's a thing I did. Dug a little deeper, and turns out, lots of people were getting error messages like that. So yeah, YouTube just had a freaking issue. As of now, it is back to normal. But 2 days ago, YouTube, the most popular video website, was experiencing technical issues and was down for most users. YouTube took users to social media to discuss the problem and have reported that the outage affects both the desktop and the mobile versions of Google's video service. As the worldwide leader in user-submitted video content, YouTube videos has been in a global pastime since the 2000s. I think YouTube started in like 2007, didn't it?
I think so.
Along with shorts and long-form videos, YouTube has grown into a popular streaming service. Additionally, users can watch traditional TV shows and movies via the YouTube TV subscription service. Although YouTube's policies have been controversial, that has not stopped users from coming back to watch their favorite content creators on the platform. Reminds me of a critique I saw. There's this platform on, I think it's on Facebook actually, the Metaverse, whatever. It's called like Unfiltered Stories, and it's where people, victims of like these horrific crimes or whatever, speak out for awareness or what have you. And people are like, this is unfiltered stories, but every other word is censored.
Then it's not unfiltered.
Exactly, that's what they were pointing out. But the name of the channel is Unfiltered Stories. Was some of the comment section that pointed out, why is every other word in this censored? Like, so YouTube users looking to catch up on some videos were unable to do so at the time of this writing. User reports on Down Detector indicated that YouTube has been experiencing a massive service outage since 7:40 p.m. Eastern. By 8:10 p.m. Eastern, 338,308 user reports on Down Detector were posted about the ongoing YouTube outage. Although some features, such as the subscriptions tab and direct channel pages, still work, the homepages of YouTube and YouTube TV were inaccessible for most users.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
I wish I lived in your head sometimes, Muffin. It's like, oh, this is so interesting. Where's this going? What's the conspiracy? And you're just like, fuck it.
I mean, it doesn't inherently infect me. So the way that goes is, if it's not a me problem, fuck off. Fuck around, find out, you know?
Yep.
I guess suffer.
Oh, I get it. So yeah,
Do you? I don't think that you do.
Probably not.
Because you're not in my head. You're not in my head.
Maybe it's for the best that I'm not in your head.
We would both be screaming internally.
Oh yeah, you'd hate it in my head.
I don't think I would have made it to... how old are you?
29.
Yeah, I don't think I would have made it to 20.
Why? I mean, I was pretty stupid, but, like, I wasn't that stupid. I still had a brain in my head. I was, like, the definition of book smart, social stupid.
Nah, jokes aside.
Yeah.
I would not be where you are.
Where would you be? Now I'm curious where you're going with this.
Probably still at a dealership, to be honest.
That makes sense.
I can't drastically change my life like that. Like, career-wise, I couldn't do that.
Oh, it stressed me the fuck out, believe you me. But overall, it's been... Oh my god, he's being so cute. Sorry. He just stuck his head, like, into his armpit and his paws are out like this. It's so fucking cute.
How lame.
You got your cookie dough Oreos? They didn't have them at the store when I checked.
The last 4, by the way.
I'm so bummed. I tried to find them at my local grocery store, and I guess I have to go to...
they're already gone.
Are you serious?
They are already gone.
I
went
hate that
there.
so much.
I went to Walmart. What's today? Thursday? Mm-hmm. Tuesday. Went to the store Tuesday. Nothing. Not a single fucking cookie dough Oreo.
It's a bummer.
Is what it is.
Yep. No, this is an interesting one. I thought, honestly, we kind of get into, hey, what's this one? Oh yeah, so, first, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 commercial featuring Nikki Glaser receives a UK ban for trivializing a certain kind of violence. And so we can't, there's things that apparently, well, the UK has been crazy on censorship. I don't know if you've heard about that, but even as early as, I think it was like 2006, London had something to the tune of 20,000 cameras watching like any street corner or storefront that, or, you know, what have you that exists. But the censorship over there is actually getting ridiculous. They're one of the, I don't know if they were the first, but they were one of the first countries to criminalize like hate speech, basically, and cyberbullying. So if I go on if we're like in a like Call of Duty, let's look into Call of Duty, in a normal Call of Duty lobby, the shit that gets said in there is punishable by, you know, prosecution and possible time in prison.
Dude, literally nobody today in this day and age would be able to survive a modern Black Ops 2 lobby.
No, not at all. Like, I've only heard whispers. Again, I wasn't cool enough, and that wasn't my game genre back in the day, but I think that's why I didn't play Call of Duty, though, is I heard stories and tales about the lobbies, and I'm like, maybe I'm a little soft for that. I would have cried. I would have been crying on mic. Like... It's one of those, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Mommy, they told me my aim was cancer.
And then when I told them that wasn't nice, they said they're gonna... My mom!
They said it was cancer, but then they laughed and said that cancer actually kills things.
You look like you miss Call of Duty 2 lobbies. You're like reminiscing right now.
I still play Black Ops 2. I have, you won't know what this is, but I have plutonium on my my computer, so I can play all of Call of Duty games back to World at War.
Nice.
With all the DLC for free. And it's all like you can play online and everything.
Hell yeah. That being said, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 commercial starring comedian Nikki Glaser has been banned in the UK following viewer complaints. The country's Advertising Standards Authority has upheld criticism of the ad, which features a man being ordered to take off his clothes during an airport security screening. It's then implied that Glazer wishes to perform an unnecessary search of his anal cavity.
Hell yeah.
Like put it
Digging in that butt, twin.
What does that mean? I've been hearing that so much on TikTok, and I'm like, I'm so old. I don't know why it exists. It's like,
hold on.
It's like Asdif movie. I can quote that all day and night, know what it means, and other people be like, hey.
I'm sorry, it's ASDF movie, not Asdif.
It's Asdif, ask the creator. It's pronounced. They say it in the description how it's fucking pronounced.
Brittany, ASDF.
It's Asdif.
That's just
movie.
about as autistic as saying FNAF.
I say both. So yes, we all know I am unmedicated and undiagnosed. We all know this. I'm rocking and raw dogging. I'm raw dogging life.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I know. I am.
Anyways. Here's the sound. Hold on. That ain't it. It's a fucking... It's Plankton. He's like, and I want you to make me a Krabby Patty.
Start digging in your butt, twin.
And it's Robo Sponge.
Start digging in your butt, twin.
What? What?
There you go. There's the audio.
That was just us a minute ago. Like... Sorry, let me read.
Alright, digging in your butt, twin. What? What?
As reported by the BBC News, Activision defended the ad as an implausible situation. The joke here being that Glazer and Call of Duty actor Peter Stormare are replacement security agents, as the airport's usual employees are too busy playing Call of Duty instead. Activision said that the ad's humor was meant to imply discomfort rather than sexual activity, that the footage contained no explicit content, and it had been aired on linear TV at time slots aimed at adults. Seems like they dotted their I's and crossed their T's. Regardless, the ASA has ruled that the commercial's humor was generated by the humiliation and the implied threat of painful, non-consensual penetration of the man, and was therefore irresponsible and offensive. You've been randomly selected to be manhandled, Stormare tells the man within the ad, getting him to bite down on a baton. I'm going to need you to remove your clothes, everything but the shoes. Time for the puppet show, says Glazer as she snaps a rubber glove. Bite down on this, Stormare concludes. She's going in dry. That's fucking gamer humor. I'm not...
Bend down, touch your toes. I'll show you where the monster goes.
Like, I get people are trying to be sensitive or considerate or whatever, but like, we can't joke about
the fuck up.
We can't joke about the TSA being too invasive anymore. Like, that's always been the joke. No, whether you watch South Park, The Simpsons, any PG or R-rated thing has made fun of the fact that TSA agents and policies are way too invasive. That's actually, well, not to get political, but to get a little political, I heard a rumor a while back that Trump was gonna get rid of the TSA, and maybe not entirely, but, you know, maybe 9/11 has...
What the fuck are you on about, Brittany? They are not getting rid of the TSA.
I know, but I wish they would. At least lighten the...
No.
Okay.
The TSA is there for a reason.
Yes, but I'm just saying...
Nope.
I'm not saying get rid of it entirely.
No, you literally did.
I know, but I also I also backtracked it because you're right.
Mm-hmm.
That was disingenuous for me to say that I hope they get rid of the whole thing, because I really don't. But maybe loosening up on some restrictions would be a good idea. Like,
Nope. They're there for a reason.
alright, do what you gotta do, homie. Ultimately, the ASA decided that the ad could no longer be aired within the UK in its current form. Probably just gonna have them take out the she's going in dry part or the puppet show, or probably take out the shit that makes the ad funny. But then they, devil's advocate, if they want to play the ad without the biting down the baton and she's going in dry jokes, they could just show, hey, we need to take off everything but your shoes. Watch her snap the glove. Boom, Call of Duty logo. There's your censored ad. Freaking, you're welcome. Anyways.
What about whale cum? What?
Ultimately, the ASA decided the ad can no longer be aired within the UK in its current form, although it's unclear if Activision still had any plans to do so. Internationally, the commercial is still available online, and at the time of writing, IGN can confirm it is still available to view from within the UK via YouTube. So the advert is likely the least of Activision's concerns around Black Ops 7, which has been underperformed sales-wise amid strong competition from fellow shooters such as Battlefield 6 and Arc Raiders, as reflected in European sales figures and Activision's own admissions. Following the release of Black Ops 7, Activision announced significant changes to the Call of Duty franchise, including promising to never release back-to-back games in the same sub-brand. Modern Warfare Black Ops again. Oh yeah, over there in the UK, y'all can't joke about the invasive nature of TSA anymore, apparently.
They can. They just, you know.
You can't put a paid ad... Well, actually, again, I gotta show you this game. It's not really a game so much as a teaching tool on how the wrong ideas can... And it's a thought police game is the best way I can put it without talking myself in circles. But it's quite interesting what they're doing over there. Quite a little questionable. But literally, if you and I had a heated discussion, if we lived in the UK and we had a heated discussion about gaming, about work, about anything, and either of us started name calling or using, you know, really negative language or threats of any kind, even just like, I'm gonna beat your ass, or I can't believe you, you know, not like an actual threat, but, you know, the normal argument type threat. If we lived in the UK, because I would go, ka-chink, hello, police, I'm being cyberbullied, and you go to jail. Like,
I wish the fuck you would. I'd bully you so much more.
See, that's, again, that tracks.
Like, to think that you would ever be able to get away with something like that, I would bully the absolute fuck out of you.
Moving on from the bully, Sega writes off $200 million. Sega writes off $200 million following Angry Birds maker acquisition. Sega's written off $200 million of its $776 million acquisition of Angry Birds maker Rovio, stating the profitability of the mobile business has fallen below the initial forecast. Corporate speak for it, this hasn't made us as much money as we thought it would. Sega confirmed back in April 2023 plans to purchase Angry Birds developer Rovio for $776 million, with Rovio's mobile game expertise intended to help boost Sega's own position in the mobile market. The acquisition completed in September of that year. Now, its most recent financial report, Sega Sammy said that while Rovio was a company with a strong development and operational capabilities in the mobile game area, a sector with major growth potential, the business environment in the global game market has rapidly changed. Multiple major titles emerging within a short period, and competition for customer acquisition is intensifying. Which is why it's now alerting shareholders of extraordinarily losses and revision of operating results forecast. Rovio found it difficult to advance its initially planned business development, and the profitability of this business has fallen below the initial forecast, Sega admitted. Because the recoverable amount related to the buyout fell significantly short, the company has written off $198 million, or 30.4 billion yen, essentially downgrading the value of Rovio to around $578 million, $200 million less than it paid for it. Rovio is just one of the companies Sega owns. It is also home to a company of heroes, developer Relic Entertainment, Two Point Campus developer Two Point Studios, and perhaps most notably, Persona developer Atlas. And on the plus side, Sega's tentpole Sonic series continues to impress. IGN's Sonic Racing Crossworlds review returned an amazing 9 out of 10 when it released in September of last year. Sonic Racing Crossworlds fires on all cylinders with a fantastic roster, excellent courses, and a lengthy list of customization options. So hey, good for Sega. They bought the Angry Birds people and then wrote it off. Corporate! Oh yeah, if y'all wanted to get a Steam Deck, good luck. Probably, I look on resellers or Facebook Marketplace, but it's saying here that the Steam Deck is still out of stock, and Valve says, get used to it.
That's crazy.
Right? Right? People started noticing last week that the Steam Deck is becoming impossible to buy. Valve declined to comment on the situation at the time, but has now updated the PC Gaming Handheld Stored page to note that yes, the Steam Deck is currently out of stock and will remain that way from time to time for the foreseeable future due to the AI-fueled memory crisis currently threatening every piece of economy that lies on the computers to run. Note, the Steam Deck OLED may be out of stock intermittently, but in some regions due to memory and storage shortages. Reads the new disclaimer. Steam Deck LCD, 256 gigabytes, is no longer in production, and once sold out, will no longer be available. Valve still hasn't offered...
the OLEDs.
Not the...
No.
Sorry, did I say OLED? I meant OLED.
Not the OLEDs. No.
Valve still hasn't offered any clear sense of when $550 Steam Deck OLED will be back in stock or if the price will be going up. The company put the...
She said it.
The company put the original Steam Deck liquid model because it's not LCD, it's like... Unless it's FNAF. Or, what did I say, Asda.
It is sure as hell not FNAF.
The Steam Deck LCD model on sale last fall until inventory. Sorry about that. Anyways, the company put the original $400 Steam Deck LCD model on sale last fall until inventory sold out, at which point it was discontinued. So only OLEDs for you. Arguably the best bang for your buck PC gaming handheld is now just completely unavailable in some regions just 2 years after the latest version of it launched. They're definitely creating demand, and maybe it wasn't their intention to take scarcity measures into their marketing plan, but it's the latest victim of the AI arms race in which hyperscale companies are investing hundreds of billions in building out data centers in order to supply compute for running models like ChatGPT and Claude Code to churn out everything from meme slop to finished app projects. No one quite knows where it's all headed, outside of promises that one lucky AI company will either create God or pop a 2008-style financial bubble in the process. In the meantime, markets that rely on affordable memory, like consumer electronics generally and gaming in particular, are getting completely hammered. Giggity. Sony's reportedly considering delaying the PS6 until 2029. The Nintendo is probably going to have to raise the price of the Switch too. And already $500...
Surprise, surprise.
It's already $500! Just a year after it launched, and developers buying new blockbusters are already scrambling to optimize their games for PC, so players won't need an extra $200 upgrading to 32 gigabytes of RAM in order to play them when they come out. And of course, all of Valve's own hardware is currently in purgatory. The new Steam Deck still a long ways off. The Half-Life company's focus for 2026 was a new compact gaming PC aimed squarely at living room gamers. Valve was supposed to reveal the price and release date by now, but had to push the pre-orders back as it figures out how to source a rapidly dwindling supply of affordable PC components. I'm assured it's all for a good cause. But the author was assured, by the way. I am not assured. Rest assured.
I mean, the whole thing about the dwindling supply of affordable PC components, the Pentagon delisted? Hold on. 6 days ago, The U.S. withdraws tech blacklist an hour after adding 2 biggest Chinese companies. So for a while, they blacklisted like this Chinese brand of RAM.
Yeah.
But now they're allowing it because of what was the reason? Why? Updated section 1260H list to remove major company memory chip manufacturers, specifically Changjin and Yahtzee. I'm just going to say Yahtzee. However, the situation is volatile, with support suggesting this action may have been immediately retracted or is undergoing intense scrutiny, as the list was briefly removed from public view after the update. Oh, they removed them. Never mind. They didn't take them off the blacklist.
Oh. Lovely.
The story I saw was they were taken off the blacklist to assist with the very low count of like stuff that we need, RAM, CPU, and such like that.
Mm-hmm.
For data centers and consumer electronics. That's why.
Uh-huh.
They just need it to be affordable and available for high capacity memory.
Naturally.
To be accessible for AI data centers. No wonder it was quickly retracted. Gotta love the government.
We love the government, and there's not, a lot of questioning going on right now. And well, no, the government's super trustworthy, don't you know? Right?
No.
I love that.
I'm curious because at the bottom of that it said PC players won't need to spend an extra $200 upgrading to a 32 gig of RAM. I have 32 gigs in my PC right now. Let's see what that current set goes for as of now. Fuck, what kind of RAM do I have?
That's a good question.
Corsair. Wham.
Wait,
DDR4.
Ma'am, thank you,
that's
ma'am.
for sure.
Sorry,
There we go.
Gold
Oh my god.
What's it doing?
Two 16 gigabyte sticks for 32 like a total 32 gigabyte package is $252.99.
Jesus, that's where
if we get the option that I have currently, it's $153.95.
Jesus.
I bought it back when it was $50.
I'm telling you, that's where I'm like, hey, why don't you build your own PCs? Let me show you my empty wallet. I have $3. Like,
no, because even then I have plenty of build sheets for you that are less than $600.
That's fair.
The majority of the pricing going to the GPU.
Right.
You just refuse to listen.
Yeah, no.
Women. What can I say?
We don't listen. That's not a thing we do. Let's see. All right, we got a couple things to wrap up. So, I don't know, what do we want to talk about first? ICE snatching a freaking pro gamer teammate, or the gaming console war being replaced with an attention war?
We'll talk about ICE because titties are always the best thing to end on.
That's a good point.
Finish on,
Yeah. God! I walked into that one. So this one is unfortunate but interesting. I hate that I laughed. You shouldn't laugh. It's a very serious, issue. Hear me out. The Street Fighter Pro team has to beg for help after ICE, the government organization, snatches their teammate. Ludovic Mach, a competitive FGC player known for playing games like Street Fighter and King of Fighters, has reportedly been detained by ICE. His friends and family are asking for financial support to cover legal fees and work towards his release. The GoFundMe campaign set up by organizer David Hazelwood says that any money donated will go towards securing legal representation, covering legal fees, and providing direct assistance Ludovic needs during this challenging time. The current goal is $50,000 and has already accumulated over $41,000 in just one day. Please help Ludovic, who is a wonderful and kind person that makes the world a better place. America is better with him here, Hazelwood writes. Details are scarce on exactly when and how Mbach was detained. According to a post on Blue Sky from writer San Makovic, Mbach emigrated from Cameroon and has lived in the U.S. for more than half his life, having graduated from an MD high school, Maryland, high school in 2006. As news of Mbach's situation spread, the fighting game community's teammates in the Hero group have been sharing the GFM and pleading with the public for support. That is, again, when I say I laughed, it's literally just because it's so out there. It's not the situation, like, this isn't really funny, but the dude's lived in America half his life. He graduated from a Maryland high school. He's got some kind of visa or green card. Like, anyways, so as of February 18th, which was yesterday, as of filming and streaming, Hazelwood says the donations thus far have helped pay for the first round of legal fees. Now he is hopeful this will delay Mbach's transfer to another ICE facility as they work to have him released. The gentleman has been playing Street Fighter and other fighting games competitively for over a decade and is known for playing Chun-Li. You can watch one of his Street Fighter V5 matchups below, which again we won't be playing, but Chun-Li's his girl. Go figure. But see this, why?
My thing is,
why?
Everybody's always so quick to go, oh, release him. He's done nothing wrong. He lived half his life here. He's an American. If he was American, should have done it the legal way.
He was a child when he moved here. I'm sure he, like, isn't there
it's the parents' fault.
I'm not up to date on the naturalization process, but if he graduated from a high school, that means there's some paperwork regarding citizenship involved. If he emigrated...
not necessarily.
Really? Why is that? I'm about to look up
because you can just... Go on.
No, I'm gonna...
Go on. Go sign up for school. Have a good one. Here's your paperwork. Tell them your name is Junior.
Your name is Junior.
Tell them your name is... This is going to sound racist. Tell them your name's Jose. Something. You know? It doesn't always have to be right. I mean, hell, I had a guy that I went to school with all 4 years in Illinois. Right?
Right.
And in the last couple weeks of senior year, police, a bunch of people in, some gear showed up. They're like, hi, we need to speak to, pulls out the paper. So-and-so. This person. And this person. 3 of which were ejected from the school and were never seen or heard from again. That's 4 years out of high school. Doesn't mean shit. Who's to say they were actually who they said they were?
Well, hear me out. There's actually a lot of ways, talking about doing it the right way. There's family-based immigration, employment-based immigration, diversity visa, which is a green card lottery, essentially. If he was a refugee, they may, I don't know this dude's story. This might be something we want to look into and talk about later. But if he's a refugee, then generally he's good after a year, according to my little search. But it says, refugees and asylees, those seeking asylum, may be granted permanent residency after 1 year in the U.S. if they meet eligibility criteria based on persecution or fear of persecution. Hence, I think it's on the Statue of Liberty, the whole give me, you're tired, you're poor, huddled masses, yearning to break free, all that fun stuff. But there's plenty of ways to do it legally, and I'm saying if he's been in the country for as long as he has, I would be quite surprised if there wasn't some kind of situation he had going where his parents were like, we got jobs, my kid's an American now, hooray! Or, we have family in America, we hate it here, we're leaving, hi America! Just the simplest of simple explanations. But again, we don't know. Which is, I guess, I don't know if it's public knowledge, it might be public knowledge, but if it's not, then it's definitely something that they'll have to bring up for their defense, because if he is, whether by whatever word, if he is a legal U.S. citizen, then ICE had no right to try and deport him and take him to a facility. They literally just, they don't. But if he is not, that does present obviously a different problem. That being said, I generally don't disagree with how ICE conducts their business anyways, so there's ways to, yeah.
Even if you file for an asylee in America, while the legal requirements is to file within the first year, actual processing of asylum cases can take several years.
Right.
With average wait times for cases in the backlog exceeding 1,600 days. What if, at this point, they finally get to, we'll say, his name, and now it's, oh, well, denied. Get him out, you know?
Yeah.
If he spent half his life, he's only 38.
He's only 38. Okay. So that would have made him 19 when he moved in? When he moved? 19 and 19 is, yeah, 38. Alright, so a lot of the stories in the initial search are about him being detained. He emigrated from Cameroon, has lived in the U.S., as we just said. Yep, it says details about the circumstances of his detention, any court proceedings, or his immigration status remain unclear. So at this point, we have no answers as to whether ICE was in the right or wrong for trying to deport him.
Yeah, everything is speculation.
Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on this and we'll come back to it. But if y'all want to help with his defense, you just gotta look up his name in the GoFundMe and you'll find it. So. And last but certainly not least,
titties.
Oh, sorry, I had the wrong window. But yes, it is titty time. So, the gaming consoles...
I'm just going to make that my wallpaper now.
The gaming console war has been replaced by an attention war with gambling. I'm going to call it corn for the sake of censorship, and memes. A new industry report paints a harsh picture of gaming's present challenges and future prospects for growth. The console gaming market has plateaued. Gee, I wonder why. It's because consoles are super expensive and the games that you buy you don't technically own.
No.
PC gaming is bigger than ever, but not exploding. To the extent that video games are still growing, it's thanks to players in China and Roblox. Got it.
Fuck Roblox, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like, again, I sold my soul to Fortnite. I can acknowledge that and live with my shame, but Roblox! Come on. To the extent that video games are still growing, it's thanks to... Okay, I already said that. And as user-generated content and casino apps thrive on mobile, the traditional AAA blockbuster model is finding it harder than ever to compete with the rise of OnlyFans, DraftKings, and TikTok. Those are some of the main themes in venture capitalist analyst Matthew Ball's annual report to the state of the video game industry. His 2026 mega slideshow is full of graphs. I love a good graph. Painting a picture of where gaming's been and where it's headed. It's fascinating and occasionally grim portrait of a stalled industry struggling to compete with everything else consumers could do in their free time. I mean, hell, I know this hit you, Muffin, because it's like, well, on a practical level, do I go to work or do I play video games? I mean, I kind of gotta feed my family and pay the electric bill, so I guess I'll go to work.
The electric bill is not my problem.
Look, it's an example, okay?
The water bill is my problem.
Proud of you.
No, that's set to auto pay, so...
As long as money's
regardless if I have the money or not, it's taken out of the account. If I'm in the negative, I'm in the negative.
My point being, on a still practical but, different level, because you do gotta pay the bills. I know you're not, so don't get all feisty on me unless you want to. But you do have the choice if you want to between playing with your, spending time with your daughter and watching her grow, or playing video games in all of your off time. It's called you care about your kid, so you're gonna, spend time with your kid, or go outside with her, or even just if, you gotta...
We don't go outside in this neighborhood.
But I'm sure you take her to the park in a nicer area, at least. Or take her on walks or some
It's
shit.
Statesboro, Brittany.
I don't know what to tell you.
There is no nice area.
It's just
Unless we get to like the more expensive side of town, then it would be nice.
Yeah, then, well, there's nicer... I've been to some nice parks out there. I like it. Fine. My area...
Oh, yeah? Where are they, Brittany?
Just
You should show me.
up the street and around the corner from my old house.
Wait. I remember. You're not fucking here.
And you'll never forgive me for that.
No, never.
Increasingly, especially among young men, these distractions include looking at corn, those sweet yellow nubs, betting on sports games, playing in live casinos, and endlessly scrolling videos on YouTube and TikTok. Ball argues that while interactive entertainment is still ascendant, that doesn't just mean video games anymore. The rise of content creator economies and legal online gambling means some of the oldest forms of interactive entertainment are now more accessible than ever. The average daily hours of TikTok watched in the US are still over $100 million. Total social media usage has surpassed 500 million average hours a day, with YouTube rising the fastest. Annual spending on OnlyFans in the US alone is nearly up to $5 billion. Hey. Anyways, crypto hasn't gone away and meme coin trading is still surging. AI app installs hit nearly 1 billion last quarter. Betting on prediction market platforms like Kalshi and Polymarket has skyrocketed in recent months. See, that's what they don't tell you about the, I downloaded one of those apps that's like, oh, I get paid to scroll TikTok. I made like $500 in a week. Or sometimes it's some other crazy big number. But here's the thing they don't tell you about those apps is, because it's not just scrolling on TikTok, it's like playing little puzzle games like the water sort or like the bus bullshit, I don't know what to call it, the bus sorting game. And
I have a lot of those games.
I'll admit, I like them. I like puzzles, like, I like the water thing, I like the bus sort. But my problem with it, as it pertains to the payout, which, again, I get it. Hear me out. So, the only way you can make money doing those deals is if that's literally the only thing you're doing.
Not necessarily.
Well, what I'm saying, the rewards are like, get to level 50 in a week. Okay, that's actually quite easy, da-da-da. Then it's like, get to level 500 in a week, and you'll get a quarter. Like...
I made $35 on one game.
Yeah?
And I got to level 9. Hold on.
Wait, yeah, which app was... You gotta share me what app that was. $20
Fish of Fortune.
$20 is $20.
And then, what is it? Push the coin. That's another one.
Push the coin.
Yeah, it's slots.
Oh.
It's like one of those you just tap and it drops coins and then it pushes it off the screen.
Oh, those are fun. I like those at Chuck E. Cheese. So
Let's see. I'm not saying that this is real, but once I finish playing off all my ads, I will...
See, that's the other thing.
You.
Also, don't forget, you can really get some rewards financially if you make in-app purchases. Which, again, I don't. Oh, the sweetest little boy. While you're looking, I'm looking at my little boy. I want to show him off so bad, but he's so sleepy, so I leave him.
My cash out results. I have $787.65.
Yo!
Waiting to cash out. My current queue for cash out position is 1,619.
What the hell? Why are they making you wait so long for your money?
There's another cash out for $1,000 because I've been playing this game for a while.
Jesus Christ, Muffin!
Current queue is 1,442. When I first did it, my current queue was 4,000.
So they make you play all these games and do this money thing, but they make you wait years for the payout.
It hasn't been years.
Oh, okay.
Been a month.
Oh, okay.
At the beginning of January, so about January 8th is when I started playing. Until today, it's down 3,000 in the queue. But at the bottom of it, when it says queuing, it says there are too many applicants for this award and it needs to be reviewed by the staff. So
Wow.
It could very well not even be approved, and I just wasted time playing this game.
Well, there you go.
But I also have the other option for Cash App payouts.
Ooh, see.
If I get 3 million coins, I get $300. I am at 2.04 million coins.
Well, alrighty then.
Pretty sure even if I go to cash out that, it's going to say, hey, bud, gotta fucking wait.
Yeah.
But overall, it's something to waste time and potentially be like, I'm getting money,
Right, and see, that's what I'm saying, though, is I really like the idea that people are like, look, you're watching these ads, you're playing our game, let's give back, we can pay you for this shit. But then they're like, no. And like you said, you're literally just wasting your time. But no, I want to know what y'all think about anything we talked about, if those scams are actually worth your time, those apps, whatever you want to call them. Let us know on all of our socials. I can be found at BertRochelle.com or BertRochelle.card.co. Those are my streams and all that. All of our links, though, are on Linktree/GFA Entertainment.
And then you find me at Linktree/MuffinSincere. Pop on in.
He's pretty cool. Give him a follow. And until next time, thanks so much for watching and or listening to another episode of Ginger Force Apocalypse, the podcast. Keep fapping, folks.